Hi Maniacs! My name's Lyric and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is day 8 of 31 Days of Halloween and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a kind of 1930s decade piece. It's kind of similar to the 1920s because they are neighboring decades, but the flapper style was starting to go out of style in this decade, and ladies switched to more kind of natural makeup, more like the daytime 1920s kind of carried over and got a little bit more vibrant. So with that out of the way, let's get started.
Alrighty, so I'm starting off with my normal foundation and powder routine, except I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be blending it out with a brush instead of a sponge. I just felt like doing it that way today. This is a brush from e.l.f. I really like it because it's super dense and fluffy and works great on both cream and liquid products, as well as powder, and I like it a lot because when you blend out your foundation, it's not going to look streaky or it's not going to have any kind of brush marks. Also, it is very cheap. And yeah, I really like this brush for that, and that's coming from somebody who generally does not like to blend out their foundation with a brush. Alright, I'm taking a very light contour like I did yesterday with the 1920s look, and I'm blending it lightly over my cheeks, nose, forehead, and temples. And then I'm adding a bit of peach eyeshadow, and I'm going a little heavier in the hand than I did yesterday with the 1920s. In the 1930s, the women really started to amp up the amount of blush that they wore and started amping up the amount of times and the amount of makeup that they would wear out in public. For my eyebrows, though, I am making them as thin and as long as possible with the biggest arc that I can. Just trying to make them look like the classic 1920s brows. In the 1930s, more and more women started to experiment with makeup and wear it more often in public. So there are a lot of great references for 1930s style makeup in old magazines and catalogs that you can still find on the internet today. For the eyes, I'm taking a very light brown, actually a couple of very light browns, and I'm brushing them along my eyes, and then taking a darker brown and adding it to my lower lash line and crease. The women of the 1930s wanted their makeup to be seen, but it was more of a natural variety, and it was quite a contrast to the flapper, dark eyes, dark lips style of the 1920s. Some black mascara on the top lash line finishes off the eyes before I'm getting started on lips. I'm taking a light brown pencil and sketching out the shape of my lips. Women in the 1930s still wanted those very Cupid's bow styled lips like Clara Bow, so I'm still doing the exact same lip. I'm taking a kind of dusty pink color And I'm filling in my lips with this. Peaches, browns, and kind of dusty pink colors were very common in the 1930s, but so were these kind of reddish pinks. And so I'm just taking another lipstick, this one is a bit more red, and I'm adding that on top before I am throwing on this short black curled wig. And that is my look for the 1930s. And if you're wondering what you should be doing as a woman in the 1930s, saving the floaty potatoes. All right, thank you, maniacs. Bye!